PSG going up against TSM. We saw TSM play last week versus Vitality. Metsinaris, fantastic showing from him. Still some questions around Remco, but PSG, they got one win today. Can they get another?
I'm looking forward to it, and I think this is a match of Metsinaris versus Farah. I want to see who's going to step up the most. Both players, we've seen them play outstanding in almost all of their matches so far. Really proven themselves this season alone, and I'm going to be watching for them.
Well, let's keep our eyes peeled as we have kickoff here in Game 1, final match of the day. PSG earlier went all the way to Game 5 against Mouse. TSM playing for the first time today. Farah off the ceiling, that's going to bounce down into the middle. Chaussette not able to clean that one up. And now Metsinaris on the other end. Farah with the demo and the save. But follow up from Remco. Ignite looked like he might have been able to try to bump somebody. Went for it, couldn't connect.
And just like that, we've got an insane game on our hands so far. Both teams with crazy potential and great opportunities, but nobody able to finish it off. And that comes down to Farah making a great save on the other end and getting the demo. Great work from him.
TSM.
Oh, what a pass.
The pass down. Remco. Metsinaris not able to get the challenge. Ignite at the half. Now Fruity hitting downfield over to Remco. Now Chaussette. Fruity getting a demo on Metza. Double tap chance. Farah leaves it. And the save coming out from Remco. Good pressure from PSG.
Both shots coming down to Chaussette, trying to get some kind of accuracy. He had the opportunity both times to place it somewhere that the goalkeeper was not, but could not find the back of the net, unfortunately.
PSG, though, I would have to give the check mark to them in terms of pressure, at least in this first minute and a half. Good early chances. Fruity off to the side. Chaussette will turn for it. Chaussette, first touch. Ball out to the middle. Double commit from Metza and Ignite. Metza gets good contact on it and sends it all the way back to the PSG corner. Now Farah attempting to clear back. Stopped by Ignite. Metza up. Hits it, going for a double tap, but he had no boost. Weak lob from Remco. It's going to go out to the middle, but Ignite was too far up. However, still on the attack. Could have been an opportunity for TSM.
Right.
And now the miss, and Fruity is going to capitalize. PSG on the board first.
Just completely turning around. We've seen PSG. You gave them the check mark, James, and Fruity coming back and just basically turning it completely around of what could have been a goal for TSM gets turned around, and PSG is able to make something out of a whiff. And
I believe that was Metsinaris. I thought I caught his name with the corner of my eye on the miss, and then Fruity back-to-back goals for him. PSG extend their lead.
The double touch, and it all comes down to how he pops it up. First of all, that first touch into the air allows him to keep following, and it wasn't too far, it wasn't too close. Great possession and a great 2-0 lead at the beginning of this first half.
Fruity going bananas.
Bananas. I get it.
You didn't have to address it. But that is what you hope for. And a third goal now for Chaussette. The PSG fans rejoice as they just have goal after goal after goal.
After the first two attempts, Chaussette could not find the open space, but this time he puts it in right where he needs to be, and with some solid accuracy this time.
PSG at the halfway point, up against TSM 3-0.
Full team effort here as well. Farah got the save early on that really started things out solid for them on defense. And then we've got Fruity coming in with 2 goals already, and Chaussette finally getting the finisher. Everybody involved, and a great working PSG team.
PSG, I mean, they're potentially in a spot where they might even be able to finish top 2. That straight down, and somehow it doesn't go in. It was right on the goal line, a bounce down from the corner of the ceiling. And now a counterattack goal. Fruity with the hat trick. PSG are stomping TSM.
The response in the exact same way. Look at the way he touches it from the start. He keeps possession, keeps it close, and I believe he faked out the defender there. He thought that he was going to keep going with the air dribble, but didn't hit it the third time. Fruity with great air dribbles coming out here.
Fruity, an absolute boss. As PSG is putting the pedal to the metal. Fruity with a miss there. Remco center ball. And Chaussette able to get that ball out of harm's way. Metza popping that off the backboard. Big clear from Farah. Ignite down to Metza. Metza, the strong shot, but saved away by Chaussette. Remco. Double tap pass to the middle. Broken up by Chaussette. Is there anyone back for TSM? Center ball. Remco almost able to be in the counterattack situation, but good hustle from PSG. Another drop down. Ignite getting a second touch on it.
That's a triple commit there. Remco could make a great chance here for his team, but just bounces it off the ceiling instead. Could have been a solid opportunity, but the counterattacks here coming out for PSG are really what has been standing out to me. Every time an overcommitment happens from TSM, you see PSG getting everybody involved, or even Fruity going for a solid air dribble and taking it all the way to the other opponent's net.
Fruity, multiple unassisted goals for him, and 1 assist, 100% goal participation from him so far in this PSG dominating game 1. Center ball. Farah with a strong shot overpowers the defense. 5-0 for PSG.
And now Farah steps up from his defensive abilities this game, getting great saves, but also coming out with a banger of a shot. Everybody's getting involved at this point, James.
It really is. I mean, Fruity's the main guy. Still 100% goal participation from him, but that was quite the boomer from Farah. Time ticking away in game 1. This one already decided. Will we see more? Chaussette trying to pad the stats, and why not? He gets one for himself.
Padding the stats, indeed. This is exactly how you want to end a match, with just a 0-second goal, lightly getting a little touch in and sealing the deal 6-0. What a way to start for PSG.
As Jorby would say, they smacked him in the mouth. They smacked them in the mouth very, very hard.
What a great saying for Jorby.
I mean, 6-0. Fruity with the hat trick, 2 assists. Farah with that shot. Chaussette getting one at the end when it was already over. TSM getting shut out completely. PSG, utter domination.
Just nothing on the board at all for TSM either. You want to see at least one goal and some kind of warm-up. And look at the fake. You saw him not get the other
he was
touch.
faking the flip reset. I mean, the level of pro play that we're seeing here is incredible. Fruity coming here. This was a flip reset opportunity, but he faked it to go for that shot down. So Fruity stepping up big time in game 1.
As a defender, you don't even really see the player most of the time. You're just coming up and you're trying to focus on the ball.
Yeah, you see where they're coming from,
Exactly.
but once you get to a certain spot, sometimes that ball will block the player.
And they're behind it. They're hiding. It's almost like they have the best opportunity at that point as a player to make the decision, because you can try and go for something crazy, but best case scenario, you can get a nice solid fake and just not even have to do anything.
Yeah, and Fruity also had a double tap shot where he just was like almost an air dribble, where he just tapped it, kept boosting, tapped it again right past Remco. So Fruity making an impact here, almost 100% goal participation, except for that last goal by Chaussette, who just wanted to pad his stats, which you can't blame him.
Yeah.
When there's accolades on the line.
I mean, especially for the mentality of your team, if you could finish off with another goal, that's great. But Fruity as well, I want to touch upon that. Whenever he goes for a second touch, in that first goal he kept going with it, but he mixed it up for the fake. So staying and keeping your opponent on their feet and not doing the same thing over and over again is really where the magic is.
See if PSG can keep that gameplay going. Metza, shot towards net again, saved by Chaussette. Double demo. Remco racing towards it, and the shot right at Farah. Farah easily getting that save.
Remco tried to sneak it behind, but ended up going too wide. I don't even know if that was on target. Might have hit the post, but even in that situation, you could have slowed it down and tried to get a solid flick. Just not the best shot you want to see.
And we're seeing multiple demos here from PSG. Fruity usually the guy who's getting all the demos. But PSG, a physical team nonetheless, employing that strategy here in game 2. iGnite on the corner. Farah getting a demo. iGnite low on boost. Metza back to iGnite. iGnite off the crossbar and now off the backboard. Couldn't connect.
What a fantastic shot in the setup. We need more of those. That could be what TSM needs, is just getting that in rotation. You don't even have to finish it at that point. As long as you're making connections and getting these passes and keeping pressure, a goal will happen eventually as long as you can make the enemy team crumble. So if TSM can keep this up and just keep trying to connect passes and not give up and be complacent with how they're playing, they could change this and turn it around.
Yeah, just keep wearing down that defense. Get them to use up that boost eventually. You maybe can make them get a poor hit, take advantage of that mistake. TSM looking much better in game 2. This time, controlling a lot of the attack, but now PSG on the attack. Backward pass on the flick. Shut down by Metza. Metza racing to the counter attack. Center ball, iGnite just a split second too late. Follow up from Remco, and he beats the PSG defense, somehow getting this by Chaussette.
Chaussette pushing up a little bit too farther early, but Remco finally getting a solid finish there, really being precise. And Metza with a great solid pass. Was it iGnite who missed?
It was.
It could have been a beneficial.
He was very close,
right.
Yeah. iGnite almost connecting on it.
And honestly, I feel like not connecting in that situation was much better, because just faking the opponent out and trying to get them panic in general is so much better than just a low quality shot on net.
TSM, after that 6-0 debacle in game 1, get back on the right track. Fruity with the control. Tried to flick it by, but got stopped. Now Chaussette on the other end. A miss from Remco and almost an own goal. Follow-up from Farah, and Remco bails TSM out. That was almost a not top 5 play right
I thought
there.
that was going to be an own goal from iGnite, but he managed to pop it up almost directly above him. That was a phenomenal save.
Farah, center. TSM was waiting, and a snipe from Metzenaris, upper 90. What a shot.
Look at this remarkable accuracy. The pass was fast, and so was the product. That cannot get any more in the corner, James. That was directly where you want to hit it.
Metzenaris, that was a banger.
And bangers like that do also come back to the pass. A lot of pro players really just say, as long as you can get an insane amount of pass off, like, you want to just try and speed up your pass as much as possible, because the redirection from the shot will be that much faster if the pass is strong and forceful.
Yeah, it's like hitting a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yep.
Get a lot of velocity. And that absolutely happening right there. That was a blistering pass from iGnite to Metzenaris, who just hit that banger. So TSM fans, no need to sound the alarm yet. They recover in game 2. iGnite almost punching that one by. Final minute of game 2. TSM still up 2-0.
Complete turnaround. PSG this time is quiet. And as I say that, Farah comes out here with a great finish off of Fruity's pass.
And Fruity, you see him landing and going for a bump attempt, and he does hit the bump and open up the shot lane for Farah, and Farah does not miss. PSG right back into it. Plenty of time left to make a play.
Farah, a man who's been on the defensive end, and here's another opportunity.
And just like that, PSG tie it up. TSM crumble off the kickoff.
Back-to-back, Fruity getting a great bounce off the corner and putting it in off of the post. Unanswered in the beginning, and then now, all of a sudden, 2 goals instantly puts them back in the game.
And that could prove to be fatal for TSM, giving up 2 goals in a matter of seconds, despite controlling the game.
Oh, he's gonna go for a double, I can feel it.
Going for it, but not able to hit it. Remco. Now Metza dropping it down for iignite. iignite, the challenge win, but Fruity on the backboard gets the clear. Chaussette racing towards it, he's gonna back off. Remco passed it over, but a backflip there from Metza. Chaussette downfield, iignite stopping the attack. Fruity with control. Last play of the game.
They could end it.
Fruity off the ceiling, down to Farah. Farah couldn't get to it in time. We have overtime in game 2.
He was there for the shot, almost able to finish it again with the 3rd back-to-back goal. But TSM are still in it, and they're still playing solid, getting some good opportunities here. We've seen Remco go for a couple of double touches here and there. Good to see him confident, and this could go either way.
And right out of the gate in overtime, TSM putting on the pressure. As a pass attempt from Metza. Didn't connect. Fruity uses all his boost for that. Metza on the side. Down to Farah. Farah, first touch control, flicks by 1. Tried to get it by Remco, now Chaussette. Farah leading that counterattack by using the dribble effectively.
Keeping it close and trying to win the challenges. And that's probably one of the reasons why they still have pressure here and they're able to keep going, because when a player dribbles, he gives your teammates time to go recollect themselves and get some boost and keep the pressure on.
And what a backboard read from Chaussette there. That was a very hard shot. Prevented that bounce. Now iignite, flicking. Blocked by Farah. Now Remco to the corner. Fruity going for a pinch. iignite stops it out, bouncing down, but Chaussette's the first to it, going for the backboard. Remco denies it. iignite with a demo on Farah. Fruity gonna take over. Again, Fruity with the pinch. This one sends it out to the middle. Double commit from TSM. Metza beating Chaussette to the ball. A huge touch from Metza to slow down that counterattack after the double commit. Now a chance. iignite, a weak hit. Nothing coming there.
Great play from Metza, trying to keep the ball in the other opponent's half and just basically save his teammates from a double commit. An aggressive player like that really has to get these touches, and iignite almost able to put the finisher in there.
Now on the other side of the field, Remco shutting down the attack. Metza going for an air dribble. Fruity with a good first touch. iignite last one back. Metza racing to get into position. iignite slowing it down enough time for his teammates to get back. Remco off the side, Fruity up in the air. iignite challenging Farah. The ball launches into the TSM corner. Good control from Remco. Puts it right back in the zone, but he loses possession and a bunch of boost. iignite last back. And a touch from him and a demo from Metza. Is that enough to relieve the pressure? Fruity off the ceiling. Shot towards net. Remco getting there in time. And a good bump there. And touch from Metza.
TSM coming out with great little touches and individual assets as each player tries to disrupt his offense, but the pressure still keeps going. They cannot break this PSG offense right now, but they're still staying alive with great touches and solid pinches.
Oh, this could be it. An open net, and Chaussette drops it in 3 minutes into overtime. PSG, they steal game 2.
One time Remco tries to get it, he bounces it up, and it hits that exact spot that you don't want it to hit, where it just rolls right down in front of the net. Tried to do everything he could, but PSG with dominant pressure. At one point, the defense is going to break, and they kept in their half the entire time.
And what happened here, Turtle? TSM, the majority of regulation in game 2, they were dominating the game. And then in the final minute, PSG tying it up in a matter of seconds and now winning in overtime. If you're a TSM fan, that has to be heartbreaking.
Right, and it's especially for the TSM players individually. I can't imagine what they're feeling right now, but they got to realize that they're going against PSG, a team who is known to get reverse swept a lot. They're not out of it yet. This is definitely possible for them to come back, but especially after, like you said, a loss like that with only a minute left, that's got to be brutal.
Absolutely. We'll see how TSM bounces back. It looked like they had the fresh start that they needed.
Yeah.
I mean, game one, they got trounced.
They shut them out until the last minute.
Yeah, so we'll see if TSM in game two, they did shut him out to the last minute, but we've seen TSM even before be really slow out of the gate. Game one, giving up 6 goals and not being able to put one by themselves. So TSM now, this is it. Their back is to the wall.
Need to come up, and especially, I believe it was Gibbs who said they were looking great at last weekend, and then all of a sudden they're like, what happened? Everybody caught up with us. So now this game matters even more. Especially coming in here, they have to get a reverse sweep. Things aren't looking good, but it's possible, especially knowing PSG and their history.
PSG certainly want to rewrite their history, and here's an opportunity to do it. Metza, not much boost from him. Fruity with the stop. Remco towards net. Very slow, easy for Farah to handle. Picks up boost as well. Chance for ignite. Fruity, quick to it. Ball out to the middle. Chassette.
Patience.
The patience from him, and you saw the bump attempt come in, but well handled. The follow-up blocked by Remco. TSM's defense keeping them in it early in game 3.
And this is what we saw last game. Up until about the last minute, they just were so solid on their defensive end, getting most blocks and having fantastic touches, but Chassette breaking it here early on within the first minute.
Chassette just going to have an open net. You saw ignite racing towards it, and when he missed, that left Remco all alone. Chassette, he's going to hit those shots 99 times out of 100. A lot of net to shoot at. And PSG get the lead in the first minute here of game 3.
And if you're ignite, you are squeezing your controller very hard at that point because you have got to get that block, especially in this last matchup of the series if you're down 2-0.
That's when you might need a stress ball.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you can get those.
Or you could just break your controller.
No, don't do that. Controller issues are never fun. ignite with that challenge there. Metza taking over. Farah on the sidewall. Remco clearing it out to the middle. Chassette, weak hit down, but he will almost get the boost steal. Looked like he might have gotten it. He did indeed. Fruity with the stop.
And the recovery as well, keeping the pressure going and also getting another contest, which gives Chassette so much time and space, but that's an unfortunate bump.
Oh,
and Remco's there to capitalize.
It was a pool shot pass. Look at this. Chassette lining up, and he just gets pool shot into it. Ball bounces over to Remco, and Remco launches it downtown.
That's a great reaction as well. Seeing the pool hit happen, you have to turn instantly. And not only that, you have to get it on target. So Remco, props to him for being able to get their team back in the game.
And now TSM denied by Fruity as well. That looked like it might have been a chance for TSM to get the go-ahead goal. You know, TSM has to be frustrated after how game 2 went. PSG, they have been on the attack for most of game 3 as well.
They're hungry for some kind of chance at winning this series. They were dominant so much in the last series, and here we have ignite turning around after a complete clear across the entire field.
Yeah, he missed his challenge, but then Metzenaris, just a big win there, and ignite going to make sure that goal's going in.
Making up for the mistake on defense. Really, honestly, whenever you make mistakes on defense and you can turn around and make a goal for your team, it honestly clears your mentality and kind of balances things out, because I'm sure he was feeling pretty upset about missing it off the backboard, but coming through and being in the right spot, it's got to help him out.
Farah with the demo, but that leaves Chassette all alone, and he can't deny Remco. Remco with the 3rd goal here for TSM.
Fruity with an unfortunate touch. Really went the exact opposite way, but Chassette almost managed to get the save, but comes down to Fruity with the backwards touch. Very tough situation.
But if you're TSM, you know, the 2-goal lead wasn't safe in the final minute. They're certainly going to keep pressing, try to get more insurance goals. PSG confident they're not out of it just yet. Pass to Farah. Farah, the shot, a bounce shot right to Remco. Placement not there. Fruity on it. Remco sends it off to their side. Ignite chasing it down. Hit downfield. Chaussette with the pop. Metzenar is first to it. It's going to bounce off the backboard. Fruity clears it off to the side. Remco has to retreat. Metza popping it up. Chaussette with a win. That's going to send it towards the net. Ignite drops it back down. Fruity center ball to Farah. Farah, it's too high. And Chaussette couldn't follow it up.
PSG not able to find any shot on net, honestly, at this point. They're getting solid opportunities, but TSM is strong and holding up. Remco been getting some solid saves, but the demos!
The demos! Ruthless! And just like that, PSG are within one.
Remco tried to be patient with him and just force maybe a challenge, but just zooming across the field with the demos. That is how you disrupt TSM, and honestly, that's how you get back in this game, especially with a frustrating play like that. PSG can still win this.
And Tigre talked about demos being powerful in the current meta, but PSG has been using it to full effect. Open net opportunity. And Fruity was in the middle looking for that pass. Still not over yet on the attack. Final minute of game 3.
TSM. We saw them drop 2 goals. Really dire situation here. They don't want to let up.
And that shot from Ignite forcing 2 defenders out. Chance for Metza. Metza down, and another save from PSG. PSG keeping this game within 1. Fruity misses his hit. Follow-up from Ignite, and that surely has to be it. Ignite getting that 2-goal lead for TSM.
A solid touch from Ignite in the corner against the wall, keeping it within their team's possession, allowing another pass to come in, and then following it up for the finish. Hopefully that should seal the deal, but you never know with 27 seconds left.
PSG center it down. Fruity after the double commit. Metza breaking up the play. Ignite with a touch. Remco can't beat Chaussette, but Metza there to clean up. Remco down, wanted to go for the pinch there. And that will be it for game number 3. PSG can't complete the sweep. TSM get back into this one.
Learning their lesson, TSM comes back in here and keeps the lead, maintaining it, which is what you want to see if you're a TSM fan. And Ignite really proved himself, especially after that first miss. Coming in fast and strong with great touches and solid rotations. He was there to finish off a couple of them that were just killed all the way to the other side. He was always in position for those.
Absolutely. TSM getting that much needed win. Their back was to the wall. They needed all the support that they could get to get that win. Pulling this one in 4-2. And speaking of support, if you want to support TSM, their decal, the Octane decal, I believe, is for sale in the Esports shop right now. So go check it out. But TSM, they're going to have to keep this going. Right. They've looked strong in game 2. They looked strong in game 3, but they still lost game 2 by giving up those goals in the final seconds. In game 1, they looked terrible. So we have seen, up and down from them so far.
Great adaptability, though, from TSM. They're able to realize where they made the mistakes. I'm guessing in comms, they were like, okay, we need to stay solid on defense and keep pulling through, because going after a mistake in a game where you lose at the last second, going into the next match and having the same situation, that's something that where hopefully you change up how you're playing.
Yeah, and now, again, this is another situation. TSM's back to the wall, but if they win this game, they're going to feel really good because, like you pointed out, Turtle, PSG has a little bit of a reputation when it comes to reverse sweeps.
I know it too well, James. I feel for PSG at this point. It is the worst, but hopefully that's not in their mental, and they're not even thinking about reverse sweeps at this point. They just want to win. One match is all it takes.
If you're PSG, maybe that's always on your mind, though. Maybe that's why it happens. We'll find out. They have looked quite good this series.
It's a little voice in the back of your head that's saying, you know what, I don't want to get reverse sweeped again, but it might happen. And if you believe it, it could definitely be possible.
We'll see how TSM responds. PSG eager to make this one over. Want to end it 3-1 here. Fruity with control, gets it by 1. Can't get the challenge, just set. Going off the ceiling. Oh. Ceiling shot, just set!
What a play coming in right away, and he boosts all the way up to the ceiling. That's how fast he was able to get to the ball. He boosted to the ceiling and managed to get the reset even faster instead of driving up the wall. That was insane.
Chaussette off of the ceiling, making it happen for PSG.
Making a statement, we're not going to get reverse swept.
That was an incendiary first goal for PSG. Now bounce shot towards net. Farah turning it aside. Pop up from Ignite to Remco. Ignite keeping it in the corner. Metza wins the challenge. Goes for the bump on Chaussette. Center ball to Remco. Remco with a strong shot blocked by Fruity. Ignite in the corner. Chaussette first to it. Weak clear. Metza will turn for it. Push it back to the corner. Fruity getting challenged by Ignite. Chaussette downfield, and Farah with a demo on Ignite. That actually might help him out.
A little bit of a love tap, but Metza watching him to see if he can grow the extra mile, trying to put his team on the board here.
And a good passing play idea from Remco and Ignite, but they just couldn't connect in time.
And I want to see Metza really just push through here, because we saw him be such a great factor for TSM the other weekend. And I want to see that same thing again.
They need someone to step up, that is for sure. Chaussette, pass down. Farah just gonna pop this and leave it for Fruity. Fruity to the corner. Ignite waiting. Fruity with a bump on Ignite and going for a demo. Fruity, you madman!
Fruity just piling through, getting the bump, and then just going even harder.
The smoke screen, everything. Fruity was a one-man wrecking ball.
That not only is that difficult to find the demos, but also to have the awareness and the idea to do more than just get a solid contest, to keep going and stay in rotation. Fruity coming in clutch.
We're past the halfway point of the game. PSG full control. Chaussette to Fruity. Fruity putting it across the field. Now Metza just gonna fling it upfield and retreat. Chaussette, backboard pass. Farah just a split second behind, but still keeping this ball in the TSM half, forcing them to use up that precious boost. Ignite up. Gets it out to Metza. Metza aiming for the backboard, denied by Chaussette. Chaussette popping it by Ignite. Metza up. Demo from Remco. TSM swarming. Ignite center off the corner. Remco with the drop shot, and Chaussette is there in net.
Not too much horizontal play coming out from TSM. They're abusing these corners and trying to exploit the backboard, but they're not really clearing it across the field, which is where a lot of opportunities do lie. Booming it just completely sideways. Here, Ignite trying to do it there. Hopefully they can keep up that mentality.
And not only did Fruity break up that pass, but he got the second hit on the double tap to make sure no one could get that shot when it goes into the middle. Fruity having a fantastic game. PSG playing wonderfully. Farah testing the defense. Remco hits it to the corner. Farah again with the demo. Ignite. A clear. Grazing the ceiling or getting close to it. But time running out for TSM. Fruity off the backboard. Ignite clearing downfield. Stopped by Chaussette. Still in the TSM half. Remco with the pinch trying to get it out. Metza getting beat as well. 2 players out. Ignite with no boost. PSG wearing down this defense.
TSM need to get this ball out. They need some kind of pressure with 20 seconds left. This could be it.
Fruity upfield. and just wasting away more time. Final 10 seconds, TSM. Time running out. PSG. They do it. They take down the E-League champions in an important series. They're going to keep it up just for fun here, perhaps.
Ooh, the
more
freestyle?
accolades. And there we see it finally hit. PSG 3-1 over TSM.